everybody. Okay, so I'm starting my new Stitchy week. Today's Saturday, the 11th, and it is actually 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I usually don't film this hour, but today I have kind of some time for myself. Marky's been sleeping for like an hour now. I probably will wake up around 4. My husband is at work. Yeah, he's working Saturdays. And I'm here kind of trying to do some stitching. Actually, I'm having a big dilemma about this project. Probably recognize it. This is something that I haven't stitched for a little while. This is Oven. Just show you this little preview. This is Oven. The company name is Oven, and it's called Apple Blossom. Size of it is 27 over 19 centimeters, and it's stitched on 16 count with Zweigart thread, with the cotton thread, 13 colors. So this project my mom actually picked out of a couple of projects that I was choosing. I was thinking about doing series. So when I finished, I think it was Tuscany, or no, Lake Louise. When I finished Lake Louise, I was planning on stitching the next one in that collection. It was also from Oven, and it had kind of random beautiful places in the world. For some reason, I decided to ask my mom which one of them she wanted, and I actually chose this one, to put this one into that choice. I don't know why. I guess that I kind of bricked up all my Oven kits. Now, for some reason, she chose this one. Not that she's following my stitching, but her choice fell on this. I don't know why. Maybe that was just a random 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. But yeah, I wasn't really sure about this one because I like the design, but I'm not sure that I really was kind of burning to stitch it. And I'm the kind of person that I need to burn for some stitch. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I really need to want to stitch something before I start it, because if I'm not really sure, I end up kind of just making myself do it because I just don't want to put it aside, or I don't want to kind of ruin it. So I tend to make myself stitch, and then it becomes kind of, something I have to do, and I don't. So it's not fun. And stitching and cross stitch is a fun hobby, so at least for me and for all of you who are stitchers. So yeah, I'm kind of making myself stitch this all together, but I kind of put it aside because I had to do the back stitch in the bottom side. I don't like doing back stitch when I finish project because I just don't want to. I don't want to get bored of it, so I tend to do back stitch while I stitch. And finishing one side, this is the bottom part of this project. I started doing the back stitch a couple of weeks ago, I guess, and I kind of didn't really enjoy it, so I put it aside. Plus, I had bad mood. I remember something happened. So I put it aside, and then today I decided to pick it up and try to stitch it again. But you know what? I don't enjoy it at all. So I'm having this dilemma. Do I keep stitching this, or do I just kind of not? Because like I said, I like the design. I think that it's really pretty. It's really gentle, tender, and everything. These colors are really similar to the ones that I'm stitching my botanical garden one, the Sakura. And the Sakura is much more colorful, even though the colors are pretty, they're kind of similar to this one. But I enjoy Sakura for much, much more than this. And this is becoming a chore because I keep picking up stitches projects from my little box, and I my eye fell on this one, but I'm not sure if I want to take it. So today I just kind of made myself take it, and I don't like it. So I'm not really sure if I want to keep stitching this. I feel kind of bad because I don't want to kind of, I opened the kit and maybe I should finish it, but it's not a fun stitch for me. I'm just not enjoying this design at all, and it's happened to me before. I sometimes had this thing where I picked up a kit I really, really wanted to stitch, even something like I really wanted to stitch. And I started stitching it and I realized that it's just not mine. I'm just not enjoying it as much as I should. And it's kind of becoming a chore and it's not fun at all, and I just don't want to do it. So what do you do when you are in that situation? Stitchers, please tell me, what do you do? Do you keep stitching, or do you just get rid of that project and just move on to something that you really do like and enjoy? I don't know, because I do want to finish it. That's why I kept finishing. That's why I kept stitching it by, but this day today. But I wasn't really sure about it from the beginning, so I don't know, I was kind of stitching it because I thought that I wanted to finish it. And right now I'm looking at it and I'm kind of not happy about it. I don't know why. And I had this thought in my mind that this this little frame can be used for something that is more likable for me. So I don't know. You tell me. I'm kind of just going to put this aside and just take some of my other projects that I like more, I guess, and just let it rest. And maybe you can tell me what you would have done. I would really like to know. Would you just keep stitching and kind of suffer through it, I guess, or would you kind of get rid of it and just go for something that you really like? Because again, I feel bad for opening this kit and starting it because somebody asked me to, my mom asked me to, but then again, it's not that my mom is going to be checking on it and wishing for it to be hanging on her wall. She just kind of randomly chose it, so it's not really something that's that important to her at all. So I don't think that I should be suffering through it. And the back stitch is not fun for me. It's really easy. It's not a difficult stitch, but I'm not enjoying it, and I don't like stitching something that I don't enjoy. So I guess I am going to put it aside for now. I'm going to wait for your comments. Maybe you should kind of give me your input on this. And sorry for the kids outside. Maybe you will help me decide what to do. Okay, so let's move on to something else. I'll go fold my laundry and then I guess I'll pick something else to stitch. So today is Monday, it's the 13th, and it is, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock, and yeah, so it's the end of the day. Marky's in bed since 9 o'clock, he's probably already sleeping. My hubby went to work and I am here free to do whatever I want. So I've decided to just update you. Anyways, this is something that I haven't showed you for quite a while. This is my long stitch kit. This is a lighthouse again. There's something going on with me in lighthouses, but I really actually missed this. I took off the frame from the apple blossom that I've showed you. I think it was in the last clip. And decided to put it back on this because I really wanted to keep stitching it. To be honest, I think that I prefer this one on the apple blossom. I don't know why, I just enjoy it a little more. Though long stitch is not exactly my style of stitching. I do prefer half stitches or full crosses, but it's a nice way to change something. So Sometimes I do enjoy doing it, and I think that it is so colorful and special. I think it looks really, really cute. So I think that you can also see the progress. Sorry again for the lines. I know they're there, and I cannot really get a camera right now because, well, some financial stuff. So I am trying to do it whatever I can. I'm sorry. Anyways, so I think that I've made a pretty good progress with this one since I've started stitching this again, which was like 2 days ago. And to be honest, I think that if I'll keep doing that, I will finish it, definitely will. Plus, I can already notice that I probably am going to have enough thread because the last project that I stitched from the exact same company, which is Marishka, I've been stitching, I don't remember what was that, Tuscany, I think. And I don't know why, but I was missing a lot of the colors and I was stitching it the right way. You're supposed to be stitching long stitch. Plus I never waste a lot of thread. So yeah, but that one, for some reason I didn't have enough thread. A couple of colors were finished, and they did send me one strand from one color, which I ended up not using because I just gave up on it and I didn't keep stitching it. And this one was kind of a refreshment. After stitching many like cross stitch stitches, I decided to just go back to this one and try it. Who will stop me? I mean, it's in my stash that's supposed to be stitched, so I think that I will finish it eventually. It's not the hardest part is already over. The lightest part is over here in the clouds. Yeah, and that's about it. There's nothing much that I can tell you more about this. This is the back side of it. I know it's a little messy. The idea of long stitch is that the back side of your project is supposed to look exactly like the front side, but to be honest, I don't really care. I really don't really care. I just enjoy the stitching itself. Plus, it's really, really easy, just like paint by numbers, because you do have the colors on the fabric, so you don't have to like look for different symbols and stuff like that. So it's definitely like paint by numbers, only with thread, and it's really easy. So if you want to change something in your stitching, definitely try these ones. They're really, really cute and really easy to stitch, and nice refreshments from stitching a lot of cross stitch. Okay, so next thing that I've started stitching, I think that I've stitched it from yesterday, and I think that I've made a pretty good progress with that one too. Well, considering that I haven't been stitching it for so long, but so this is it. This is another one of my Riolis kits, and this is the long panneau one, the flowers. But wait, I can definitely show you how it looks. Okay, so this is it. You can see that it's going up. I actually figured out how to stitch the edges, so I cannot wait to do that. I really, really want to try that. But what I do is just roll this in, hold it in with this clips, and just keep stitching. I'm not going to do it now because it's hard to do with one hand, but the same thing from the upside. Basically, I have the largest flowers already stitched, so the rest of it will go pretty fast, I think. Well, of course, considering that I have a lot more projects that I'm working on, I think that it never goes fast enough for me. But you know what? It's okay. I'm not in a hurry, and I am just enjoying the process. But just a reminder, this is stitched on black 14 count fabric, and it's stitched with wool, so you can see the stitches. There you go. Sorry for the lines, they're ruining everything, but the stitches are so fluffy and nice. Yeah, so that's about it. Nothing else that I can really say about that one, just to show you the progress a little bit. Actually, yesterday was a really great day. We went to an aquarium that's in Jerusalem. We took Marky. We actually were there once a long time ago before Marky was born. It was before I was pregnant with him, I think. It's beautiful. It's the biggest aquarium in Israel. It is so amazing. I'll try to insert a couple of images. I think that once I did share it with you. I'm not really sure, but I'll show you a couple of pictures of when, where we were there. Plus, they opened a new kind of place where you can see beautiful, really, really big butterflies. So you just walk through this lane, and there's a lot of tropical flowers and stuff like that, and beautiful, crazy amount of beautiful butterflies are flying all over the place. And that was really, really interesting. I was just afraid that they will not sit on me, because they warned us that when we will come out of there, we're supposed to look at the mirrors. There are large mirrors in the exit, and check for butterflies not being stuck on us, because they are an intrusive breed and they're not supposed to get out. I guess butterflies can also intrude on country that's not supposed to be there. Anyways, yeah. So I think that I'll be stitching a little bit of my new Chimera. Basically, I kind of was thinking about it during the day. Maybe I want to stitch her. So I'm going to go for the flamingos now, and I'll show you in a couple of days, I guess. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. Well, that depends how much I'll be stitching, but I will show you the progress of that one in the next clip. Somebody's sleeping. Yeah. His life is beautiful. I mean, he doesn't have any problems. He can just sleep whenever he wants, eat whatever he wants, do whatever he wants. Yeah. And then he gets mad when you don't want to pet him. I wish I was a cat. Anyways, today is the 15th, and I would like to update you with this. So this is my flamingo. Again, sorry for the lines, still have no camera. Planning on getting one, but still haven't. Financial issues right now, but we are getting it sorted. So I will eventually get a new camera. And what did I want to tell you? So now it is 1:20 at night. So I think it's time to go rest a little bit, because I had a really hectic day. But this is my flamingos. Like I said, I have stitched 7.90, I wanted to say centimeters, percent from this project. And I've been stitching it for the last, I think, 3 days. Yeah, for the last 3 days. No, 4 days. For the last 4 days. The 13th till today. Well, no, actually today is not the 16th. I've started filming. I've started stitching on the 15th, and after 12 o'clock crossed, 12 o'clock, it crossed to the 16th. So after right now at 1:20 at night, it is the 16th already. So you can just say that I've been stitching it for 2 days, because I've stitched, I started stitching late at night, and then I crossed over to the next day. So it's kind of like the same day for me. But during these days, I've stitched 2,068 half crosses, which is not bad. Look at this. Look at this little tail. Give me your tail. Give me your paw. He has huge paws. Right? You're so cute. You're so cute. You're the cutest little cat. Yeah, so a little close up for this project. I think I haven't noticed how much I've stitched, because it's so small. It's petite. It's stitched on 25 size fabric. It is Gobelin net, but it is equivalent to 25 count. So yeah, I think that I love it. What I love about chimeras is that you get what you see on the picture. That depends on the thread that you use. If you use the right thread, you will get the right colors. I mean, of course, if you use DMCs, the original colors, you will get a better result. I can just say that my lighthouse, I was stitching it with SHS thread. The coloring is a little bit different there. You sometimes get threads that are a shade lighter or darker, and that's why my final result, it looked a little off-ish from the the preview that I was supposed to get. It was a little brighter or darker in some points, but it's not that bad. But still, these are Perry thread. I actually love them. They're really comfortable to work with. They are a little, I think they're a tiny bit drier, I guess you can say, than DMCs. I think the DMC is a little more shiny. These are shiny as well, but not as much as DMCs. But what I love about them, and that is a lot better than SHS, is that they don't fluff. They are staying the same thread during the whole stitching. They do not rip. They are very good quality thread. I don't know about the shading. I don't have color charts, but I think that the shading is pretty good. The result that I'm getting right now is very, very close to the image that I can see of what I'm supposed to be getting. Okay, so it's time to go get myself to sleep because I need the rest. Marky is already sleeping, of course, thank God. Let him sleep till morning. Yeah, and I think that tomorrow will be a new day. I'm pretty sure of that. We'll see what we're going to be stitching tomorrow. Hopefully I will be able to stitch a little bit. I haven't decided yet what I wanted to stitch. So we'll see tomorrow if I'll have the time. I'm thinking about my pillow from Rioli's. But we'll see. Maybe I'll even stitch this a little bit more. The thing about this one is that I was going all over the place with this. You probably see that I don't have a square that I usually pick for myself. So what I'm going to do is, I think that I'm going to move my cube snaps a little bit to this side, to the right. I was kind of trying to figure out if I wanted to stitch it like going up or to the right. And I think that I'm going to go to the right and then just go a little up. I think that's the more logical thing for me. So next time you'll see this, it will be moving a little bit to the right. Yeah, I've decided. Okay, so have a great night or day, what you are doing right now. And I am going to see you in a couple of seconds. So today's Saturday. It is the 18th, and I think this is going to be the last intro for this video. Lasted for too long. I was actually thinking that today I will already be posting it, so hopefully I will be able to do that, though I still need to render it. And it is 3:22 right now, so I think that Marky's going to be sleeping for like maybe half an hour or so. So yeah, I hope that I will still have the time for that. But hopefully you can see. Sorry again for the lines, I keep saying that, but I still don't have a camera and it is really driving me nuts. Maybe next week. Anyways, this is what I've been stitching for the last couple of days. I actually started this on the 13th and today is the 18th, so I've been stitching it. Let's just call it 3 days, because it's always like 13th to the 14th for me, and then 15th to the 16th, 17th to the 18th. I always stitch it around nighttime, so I kind of cross to the next day, so that's why I count it as 1 day. So that is all that I can say. I think that you can already see some result over here. These are the background kind of flowers, and this is the big flower that's going to be in the middle. It's not going to be a crazy big design because it's on such a small count for one, but I think that it's going to be so beautiful. Plus I enjoy Perry thread much more than I enjoyed SHS, though I do like SHS, but still this is beautiful for me. Now what I have stitched is 9.16% from this project. Altogether, I've been stitching it for only 17 days. So I think it's pretty good progress. Sometimes I can definitely say about myself that I have this project that's kind of perfect for me, and I just keep wanting to stitch it all the time, but I have to leave it alone sometimes because I want to stitch the other projects as well and not just leave them. So this is one of them. This is the one project that I've been wanting to stitch after Lighthouse is finished, but I was kind of going on and off about it. I wasn't sure if that's going to be my next project or not, but you helped me decide. So we've made the right decision because I love this project. I love the colors. I love the way it's stitched. I love everything about it, and I want to stitch it all the time. That's a good sign. Anyways, during the last days, I've stitched 3,359 half crosses, which is pretty good. Progress is great. And what I've done is I actually ended up marking. Let me just open Saga for you. Oh, sure, sorry. Okay, so I'll move this so I can do this. I did end up marking the lines, the edges for myself, because I ended up going all over the place, like a little bit over here, a little bit to the top, and that started to make me a little kind of, lost, I guess. So I've marked this square. It's pretty big. It's almost half of the, the way through on the bottom side. Still, I have like 2 more squares to go, but I've picked a pretty big area, but it does allow me, because this is perfect for this size of frame. So when I finish around these edges, I will move to the next one, and I think that I've stitched most of it. Yeah, there you go. Only on the top here are some crosses, and on the bottom here, and then I'll be able to move on to the next. I think that I will not be stitching all of it. I will choose like half of it and then the other half, so that way I will be able to not go all over the place and go crazy with my, losing my place of stitching in some point, because that can happen because it's such small count, and it tends to be a little confusing sometimes, but it's okay. Anyways, this is what I have on my preview, and this is what I have on my Saga. So I think it looks great. I think it's a little dark, but it's been raining a lot, and my windows are closed, so this is just a room lighting, and I hope that you are able to see and it's not too dark. But this is about it. Nothing else special. I'm sorry, this thing is singing. I think I hear Marky, or maybe it's not him, maybe it's some other baby. I do recognize my son's voice. It's just it's kind of hard to hear him because their children are playing outside. It is Saturday for us, so it's the day free of school, of work, and everybody's playing around. Plus, it's a little sunny now. It was crazy raining last night, like crazy raining, and they say that next week it's going to be a very big, some typhoon stuff or whatever. I don't know. Cyclone. So it's supposed to be really, really cold and really, really rainy. So hopefully it won't be when I'll have to go to work, because that will be really difficult. I'll have to wake my husband up so he can take me to work, because otherwise I will never be able to get to work. Never. Not, at least not dry. Okay, anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I did not have a lot of interesting things to say, but I am still waiting, by the way, to my the rest of my materials for my big project that I'm planning in the beginning of this year, before the year 2022. I'm starting to get a little nervous because my package is on the way for 17 days. It's still not here, and I have ordered the rest of the thread that I need for my organization, because I've already organized everything I needed. Plus, I've already filmed the first part of the video where I'm going to be telling you what I'm going to be stitching. So that's really interesting. Hopefully it will be, and hopefully the materials will get to me before the end of this year, the end of this month. That way I will be ready to start it in the beginning, maybe even on the 1st or the 31st. I will see. That's exciting because I really cannot wait to start, stitch my first crosses, or half crosses, because it's also stitched on a different fabric. But I'm not going to be telling you. Anyways, like I said, thank you for watching. Subscribe, please give me thumbs up and write comments. I'm loving when you are writing comments. I cannot wait to hear from you. I love you guys, and I will see you really soon.